Hey everybody, welcome back to another video update here on All Things MSP. This update is with Eureka Process, a Gozinta company. And of course, you can always reach out to them at atmsp.link/Eureka. Now, they have something that they've just come out with called Growth Program. And I think that this is exciting for a lot of different reasons. In fact, I can't even get my words out because I'm so excited about this. The thing that I love about this is that not only is it another, growth program, mentoring kind of coaching program for this industry, but it's made by people who A, have been MSPs themselves. B, it's made by people who are really in depth in terms of processes, procedures, and all of the different things that can go wrong in this business. So a lot of great advice that they've lived through. Not that they learned from some book or learned in some MBA program. They actually lived this at one point. And then there's another exciting piece to this that they're going to be documenting as they start this journey. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm going to let my guest, Heather, get more into that. Hey, Heather.
Hi, Eric. Thanks for having me on. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, of course. Love this idea, by the way. I think it's amazing that you've taken your passion for this industry and turned it into something that can really help individual MSPs. And one of the things I really like about the press release that I read was that you're starting wherever they are. It doesn't matter how big they are, how mature they are, whatever it is. It doesn't matter where they sit right now because you all have been there. And so you're going to be able to take them from where they are to where they want to be by using all of the different processes and things that Eureka Process does, but also the things that Gozinta has helped people with in the past.
Correct. Yeah. We are so excited about this. It's why we wanted to get into the consulting field. Businesses are at all different stages, and every business has their own definition of what success even is. So you can't just come up with a map and say, here, go this way, because, one person's version of success is to, have this much in revenue coming in every year. The other might just want to pass something down to their kids that's going to pay the bills. So, and have freedom in life to do the things that they want to do. So, this was one of the things that we wanted to do. The growth program is essentially having a C-suite with you through your entire journey. Wherever you are as an MSP, you join, we get to know you, we meet together as a leadership team and kind of think about the problems that you're having, and coming from all different perspectives, from HR, from finance, from strategy, of course, keeping process at the center, sales and marketing. And also your mental health. That is a huge component to this and something that's so overlooked. We look at learning styles of your team that you have. So you don't just throw somebody away because maybe they're ADD and you don't know maybe how to communicate with them and you're losing out on great imaginative talent. So it's kind of taking this holistic approach. And what's great about that is we get to know your business and your people so well that when there is an issue, and we try to make sure there isn't because we have procedures and backups for everything, but things happen, we're right there for you. You give us a call and we get the people that need to be in the room to have those conversations so you're not starting from ground zero when you all of a sudden don't have a financial part of your company and you don't know how to open QuickBooks. We're there for you. We know everything that's going on and we'll get you through it. We'll get you through it even stronger.
So, and that's what I like about this. It's less coaching, more of a support system for an MSP, because you brought up a couple of important things that I want to point out. Number one is you have a C-suite, and that is something that A, most MSPs can't afford, but B, they try and replace kind of that C-suite with maybe a peer group or something like that with people who are not totally invested in their business. I mean, I'm not knocking peer groups. I love peer groups, and I think they definitely serve a purpose, but they only go to a certain point. You're taking that a bit farther And then the other piece that I like is you don't already have a destination in mind. You are letting them tell you what the destination is, because so many of these other coaching systems assume that everybody wants to get to the same place, the same revenue number. And that is very much not the case in this industry, as you and I both know, because we've talked to thousands of MSPs.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. It's not one size fits all. And everyone has their different problems that we can help with. If it's developing culture, if it's setting up ConnectWise, we do that too. Usually you don't have your C-suite doing that, but we do. And we teach you how to use it as well. It's tools admin. It's really pretty much everything you can think of, except for we're not lawyers and we don't sell insurance. So those are outside of our realm, but we'll help give good advice on what should be on a contract, so you're protected, all sorts of advice, and get you where you want to go and figure out what success is for you. It might not be well defined, but it's important to think about it now, wherever you're at.
Yep. So it's the C-suite that's not afraid to get its hands dirty.
Yes, exactly.
So what are some of the key elements of the growth program that you're going to use to help the MSPs along the way?
Yeah. So the part of the growth program that I love the most is you're assigned a kind of central spoke consultant. That consultant meets with you every single week, works with the MSP, figures out what's going on. We call them in Eureka Process what weeds you have to kind of pull out, and we come up with strategies for those. But as we're going through the kind of path that we think should be taken, you also meet with different experts. So if you're having a problem and your financial information isn't giving you any information, you might need to be working with Alfonso, who's in our finance department and is just a guru at knowing how to make the numbers work and tell a story. Or you might be stressed out about staffing issues, and you might want to talk to me about some of the difficulties of owning a business. Or and at the center of it all, you have the process. Alan Edwards is like the process king, and he's making sure that we're not just giving advice, we're not helping you along, we're not setting things up for you and leaving. You have a process to follow, and you have a process-based culture that we're helping you build, so you can continue to maintain it as we go throughout our journey together.
Yeah, and I think that's great that you guys have clearly defined what this looks like, even though you haven't clearly defined what the MSP is going to look like. And that's to me is a game changer. Now, there's a couple of things that you guys are doing different here. One of the ones I have to ask about because it was in the press release, what's up with the sapling?
Yes. Well, we are a very environmentally conscious company. It goes into, we're starting to go green. We started our journey in January to go green. But the tree is very central to Eureka Process's analogy about the growth of a business. You need the roots, you need the process, you need that baseline to be able to grow a healthy tree. So as people go through any Eureka Process program, they learn about that analogy of the tree and how to make that tree grow fruit. You're at your sapling stage, you're at the middle center of your growth period, and then your tree is bearing fruit. So we thought, what a cool idea to have a tree that we give to every customer to signify the growth program, but also our relationship together. We're hoping that people are able to take really good care of their trees, because we want it to be something that when you walk by it, you say, wow, Eureka Process, they've done well. We've done well. This is something to celebrate this tree as it grows through its life.
And I think that's an amazing symbol. And it's something that is very unique that does I think it embodies that relationship. And, the symbolism of the tree is important, but also the symbolism of keeping the tree alive is going to be important to this process, I would think.
Right.
Now,
it's hard work.
Exactly. And that's a symbol of this, right? It is not easy to keep that little tree alive. It does take work, and you have to have all of the elements in place to make it not only survive, but then thrive.
Exactly.
So there's also another element to this that I think is really, really interesting. And I think it comes from probably because we share kind of this idea of transparency in the things that we do as companies. And I know you guys hold that as well. And so you guys are actually taking a couple and documenting their journey through kind of restarting an MSP. And it's going to be over on our friend network, the MSP Media Network with Ray Orsini. Love those guys over there, Simon Escobar, everybody else. And so describe kind of what that's going to look like.
Oh, it's been so much fun. A little scary to start a program and also have it kind of seen by the world, but so far it's been great. I guess when you start with a team that is so charged about something and really putting into the dreamy vision into processes and how can we make this happen, it makes it great. But yeah, we have this couple that actually Esther, they're engaged. Esther is our front end developer, and they live in a little island in the UK. Actually, they'll talk about that. It's kind of in the UK, but not. It's called Jersey, and it's very small. And um, Michael, his father has an MSP there, or actually break fix business there that he's had for 40 years. Esther and Michael have moved to Jersey to take it over. And so David, the former owner, he was kind of winding down his business. He's done it for 40 years. It's been break fix the whole time, mostly his friends, and some big clients. I mean, he has some amazing security background. And so they're starting this program with us. They're going through the entire thing. They're working with one of our consultants, Ben, who is amazing, has a background at NASA, really knows leadership, how to bring a team together. They've worked with us hiring their first employee, kind of figuring out ConnectWise. We've set their ConnectWise instance up for them. We've had just a great time together, seeing how it works and kind of giving feedback on we need more help here, or here are the expectations here. And it's been wonderful. It's been really wonderful. And it's not easy. It wasn't easy for anybody in this whole thing, but that's what makes it interesting. So it'll be a way for MSPs to be able to see somebody else's journey. And yeah, they're not all the same, but I think learning from it, there will be some experts that are sprinkled in there as well on the show that give their opinion. Besides our expert team. And yeah, it's going to be wonderful. And it'll be really fun to see how Esther and Michael at the Processor Center thrive, because they're doing a great job. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see it take action and take flight.
Well, I've always thought that a reality TV show for MSPs would be amazing. And so I think this is going to fall into that category.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We love watching those things. And this is a couple that is so likable. They're actually going to share their wedding with us, a very small wedding. So it's going to be a really fun time. It just happened that all of this happened all together. And I think the MSP community is going to love them and root for them and root for Eureka Process as well.
Yeah. And I just think it's great. So kind of looking into the future of what the growth program is going to look like, what are kind of your goals for growth program over the next, say, year or two?
Yeah, well, it's finding those right MSPs. Not everybody's right for this program. So this isn't if you have the money, you're in. We do interview everybody that is interested in this because there's a commitment there. I can't guarantee to everyone they'll just be successful if they never attend any of the meetings or if they're not ready yet. It does require some time and some good effort and access to their staff. So we need to find those right MSPs. This is obviously, we can't have a ton of them because, as you can see, it takes a lot of time. But we want to find these amazing MSPs, bring them up, and just celebrating that. If we could bring some MSPs and have them achieving their goals with us, I mean, that's success for me. Everyone's definition of success is is their own. And that's success for us. We really love the small and medium business community. We love MSPs, and we just really want to be able to help them succeed and reach their goals.
That's awesome. And
Mm.
I am so thrilled that this program is coming out. And, I know Alan very well. I know you guys very well. And I just know that this is the personalized, non-sterilized, I guess I will say, kind of real world help that these MSPs need. And I'm so grateful that you guys are bringing this to the community.
Thank you, Eric. That's just what we're trying to portray. Yeah, we do. We don't want to have anyone feel alone when they're running a business. That's a terrible, terrible feeling. And this should be fun. This should be fun, and we can
Yeah.
make it fun together.
And it can be. It can be. I was an MSP at, once upon a time, and I remember those lonely days, right? Especially back then when we didn't have social media in the communities that we have today.
Mm.
And I've been making a push in the Facebook group lately for people to ask their questions. You can, post things anonymously now, so that helps.
Yeah.
We're here to help. So if you have a question, please make sure that you're asking it. And if you really want to step things up, check out this program with Eureka Process, because I think that this is really, by the way, feel free to use the tagline. It's the C-suite that isn't afraid to get their hands dirty,
Love it.
because I really think that that's what's needed in this industry. And Heather, thank you so much for coming on today and giving us this update.
Thank you, Eric.
Have a great day.
Yes, you too.